Oliver's right. We're meeting at Hotel de Boer. Let's get going.
Und damit willkommen zu einem weiteren Part von Rosen und Musketen. Und nein, ich bin hier nicht extra reingegangen, um nochmal zu schauen, wie dieses Event heißt. Nein, als ob ich sowas tun würde. Okay, nachdem das geklärt ist, ja, legen wir mal los.
Ayaka, Yoimiya, you're already here.
Hi!
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Aha.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka? What were you up to yesterday?
Ja, wie war denn
After
dein
we
Tag,
split
meine
up,
Liebe?
Ayato went to see Udex Nervillette at the Palais Marmonia. I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights around Fontaine and to enjoy the local culture. So I rode the aquabus with Yoimiya and visited the opera house on Ereignisse Island.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there.
Hoho.
Two mechanical puppets that were dancing together. You've already seen them, right?
Ja, Coppelius Begräbnis und Coppelius Bestrafung. Die sind echt nervig, die beiden. Aber die sehen cool aus.
Yeah, those two. Amazing, aren't they?
We
ja.
sat and watched for quite a while. It was mesmerizing. Like we could keep watching them forever.
Oh, it was the same for us the first time we saw them, too.
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach. Well, diving, to be exact. It was the first time I ever breathed underwater. I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. 3, 2, 1, and then...
Patschi
splash!
Patsch.
We were beneath the waves.
Okay. Süß. Ach, die sind schon Zucker, oder? Die beiden kleinen Racker.
At first, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water
Und da
wasn't
sind sie
as
leider
salty as I
ertrunken.
imagined.
Ah, Genshin
Didn't really
vorbei.
taste like anything at all. Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous and needed to loosen my grip. She got used to everything way faster than I did.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too.
Ja,
Help
aber
me
was
feel at
wir
ease as
können,
soon as we
bedeutet
dove in.
nicht, dass ihr es
The
auch
underwater world in
könnt.
Fontaine truly
Ja, aber
is
okay.
beautiful. I love seeing the maritime flowers blossoming underwater, like little candles lighting up the streets at night.
Yeah, and there were so many creatures that we've never seen in Inazuma. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh! Oh, and those big fish that call when they see people.
Ooh. Oh, you mean hunters rays and blubber beasts.
I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till Pops and the others hear about this. They probably won't believe a word I say.
Let's go! Oh!
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the aquabus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
Yeah, even I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get up. I still felt like I was drifting in the waves when I went to sleep last night. But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be shooting a film together, and I was ready to go.
Okay.
Speaking of the film, where's everybody else?
Ja, wo sind denn alle hin, ne?
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. They should be here soon. As for the others,
Ja, dann mache ich mich doch mal schick für Mr.
We're here.
Ayato. Oh, kommt er schon? Nein, schade.
Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the Special Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
Wait, 6 miles?
Okay, ich schaffe nicht mal eine. Ha, ich faules Stück.
So tired.
Hier, das bin ich.
Chatting, so I decided to
Furina.
come down. I sure could use some of that endless energy everyone else has.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Can someone fetch me a cup of coffee? More milk, hold the sugar.
Sure, I'd be happy to do that for you.
No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over here so I can get started on your makeup. Ugh, the last thing I want is coffee stains on my costumes.
I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for an assistant.
Ach, Mia. Du kleine Schnuckelwuckel.
So much energy.
Ich kann sie so nachfühlen, ey. Oh Gott.
You sure look exhausted, Farina. It's because you're not used to waking up so early, huh?
Of course not. I spent the whole night reading the novel from cover to cover, marking sections that either need to be omitted or adapted.
Wow. Paimon didn't expect you to be so thorough.
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine, after all. It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to get serious when the situation calls for it. I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for my own life?
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
Oh, lass es nicht... Oh mein Gott, ist das süß. Guckt mal.
Oh, thank you. The sound of being called director and the aroma of coffee feels almost as refreshing as hearing the birds chirping in the morning.
Oh, it seems everyone has managed to arrive on
Ah,
time.
da ist er auch schon wieder. Ah, aber Ayato ist dabei, also lass ich's
We've
durchgehen.
reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor to shoot our film.
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward to our film and hopes that providing his restaurant as a filming location will attract more customers. Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay, thanks.
Ja, gerne.
First, I'd like to introduce our new members.
Ja, hi.
This is our prop manager, Veronique. She'll be in charge of all the film's props and
Hallo,
items.
Veronique.
And this is Bono, our lighting technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to set up each scene's atmosphere.
Wow.
Hallo,
Sure
ihr
feels like we have some real
beiden.
professionals joining the
Nett
crew
euch
now.
kennenzulernen.
First of all, please allow me to first express my sincerest gratitude to everyone in
Ja,
the crew.
alles gut,
When my
Mr.
investor informed me
Xavier.
yesterday
Auch
that
wenn
he
ich dich immer
wouldn't be
gerne
able to provide
Xavier
the
nenne.
funds, I really thought that this was the nail in the coffin for this film. I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on such short notice. Thank you. Thank you all from the bottom of my
Macht
heart.
500.000,
No need to be
Mora.
so cordial, Mr. Xavier.
Kannst du auch
We're
abzahlen.
all honored to be a part of this.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange between Fontaine and Inazuma.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join. I can't bear to even imagine what this film would look like without the very best director.
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer of this film, I'll do whatever I can to ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible.
Okidoki.
This is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of every person here, as well as the endless effort we are about to pour into it. So, without further ado, the Two Musketeers will officially begin filming now!
Juhu. Ey, ihr Nachmacher, ich klatsche hier alleine,
You
ja?
may take it from here, Director Farina.
All right, listen up, everyone.
Okay, bin bereit. Was soll ich tun? Soll ich wie eine Statue stehen? Das kann ich sehr gut.
The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene. Our lead actors can go get their makeup done, and extras, please take this time to go over your positions.
Whoa. Seems Farina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Is everyone clear? I don't want anyone traipsing around the set like umbrella finches. All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in
Yeah,
Fontaine.
okay.
Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves.
Alles klar, Farina. Wir haben dich schon verstanden.
Seems like she's still a bit traumatized by that.
Ein bisschen.
Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do to help.
Okay, lass mal rumschauen. Fiktion und Realität innerhalb und außerhalb des Rahmens. Ja gut, mit wem müssen wir denn einmal sprechen? Hopp. Mit Juemia. Was hast du denn zu sagen, mein Schatzeli?
How about here?
A little more to the left.
You got it.
Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a hand?
Brauchst du Hilfe?
No, I'm fine.
Was? Okay.
Doing the lighting is kind of like designing a fireworks show. It's interesting to imagine what kind of atmosphere the lights will create. I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clapper loader, right? Those roles are just perfect for the two of you.
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon to hold the clapperboard while flying?
Well, sure, there's that, but that's not exactly what I meant. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack.
Genau genommen läuft die Kamera schon vor der Klappe. Die Filmklappe wird in der Nachbearbeitung einfach rausgeschnitten.
Oh, I see. It's amazing to see the magic behind filmmaking.
Yoimiya, we need lights over there too.
Oh, on it!
Let's go!
I've got to get back to work. Ciao,
Kein
later.
Problem, meine Liebe.
Oh, it's exciting to see so many people working together to bring the film to life.
Bleib locker.
Seems like Yoimiya's really getting into it. But she was right. We do have a super close bond, don't we?
Selbstverständlich, liebe Paimon.
Paimon's really happy to hear that.
Oh, ich hoffe nur, du betrügst uns am Ende nicht. Hoyoverse ist ja da ein bisschen sehr krass, ne? Wenn ihr Honkai kennt, Honkai Impact. Ich habe echt immer ein bisschen Angst, dass Paimon uns irgendwann verraten wird. Es gibt so viele Theorien. Was ist los?
Hayaka has mentioned you to me before. She said that you two were great friends when you were kids.
No talking. I'm thinking about how to do your eyeshadow.
Hallo? Weißt du, wer er ist?
Yes. To help me really look the part.
To achieve a more young and naive look for this scene.
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep?
You just have too much of a calculating look in your eyes.
Ist der nicht erst um die 20
don't
oder
mince your
so, der
words.
Ayato? Ich weiß das gar
Seems you
nicht.
really haven't changed much.
Quiet.
Girl. Bist du lebensmüde oder so? Kannst froh sein, dass Ayato so nett ist.
So, this is a real musket?
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference images. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke effects of a real gun being fired.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots will also be added in post-production.
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to start now. However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearms have been well maintained.
Good point.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis?
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day and familiarize myself with its shape.
Ja,
and
ich
weight.
pflege meine Gabel
To the
auch
point where it feels like a
regelmäßig,
natural
denn ohne
extension
meine
of my
Gabel
body.
kann ich halt
Yes.
meinem
This
Hobby
way,
nicht
our
nachgehen und
weapons
das
will
ist das
never
Essen.
betray us in the heat of battle.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same philosophy on this topic.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest to talk about.
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some pointers.
Good. I look forward to your instruction.
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon or whether you're holding it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not actively engaging an enemy.
Okay, understood.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Like this?
Not bad. Now, try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road for you.
Woohoo!
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. And relax your shoulders. Here, allow me to demonstrate. This is the end of the road for you.
Lululululu. Die ist schon so ein bisschen hot, ne?
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Ja? Wo willst du denn hin? In mein Schlafzimmer?
Director Farina,
Oh, okay.
there's something I
Schade.
wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think?
I do see your point. But are you sure you wish to do this?
I believe it would be most fitting.
Well, if you insist. All right, I understand. Miss Ayaka, Miss Chevres, could the two of you please come over here?
Natürlich.
Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna start filming now?
Let's go see.
Na dann lauft mal darauf los.
What is it?
Was willst du denn?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But brother,
Wie kannst du es nur
Don't worry,
tun,
Ayaka.
Ayato?
I
Ayaka
actually
hat sich
view this
bestimmt
as a good
gefreut. Die steht da
I was
hinten und
becoming
gönnt sich
trouble
ihr Leben.
trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries, and I've heard that the bureaucratic process here can get rather complicated. Now, I will be able to focus on my work.
Oh, ein bisschen
Besides,
näher ran,
you
Kumpel.
also know that I'm not really one for public performances.
are you really sure?
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers in the original story could be improved. The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character, but this causes his character to overshadow
okay.
that of his sister.
Ja.
And the theme of the two supporting and relying on each other isn't conveyed very well. But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then that aspect of the story might come through more clearly. Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made by Miss Chevres.
Ja, sag was.
Chevres mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
Aber sie wird ihre Tätigkeiten dennoch priorisieren müssen. Wir wissen aber noch nicht, ob sie der Schauspielerei sehr zugetan ist. Na, wir nehmen das erste.
All right, I'll take the role.
Okay, das ging flott.
Good. It's decided then. I'll get started on making edits to the script. We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to the lighting, props, and costumes. I have a feeling that our adaptation will be even better than the original
Okay.
story.
You're doing a great favor for me, Miss Chevres. You have my gratitude.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be the one thanking you.
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, I suppose there's no need to worry. Let's go, Miss Chevres. I look forward to working with you.
Please,
Aw.
just call me Chevres.
Die ist so sweet. Hier sind so viele
Seems
sweet.
like
Auch die
you're really going
Mia
out
ist
of your way
total
to solve the problem I was
süß.
having with your makeup.
Von ihrem
Surely
Charakter
you
her.
jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire to spend more time on formal business.
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time. I'm sure you have other reasons for backing out.
Ja, was hast du noch für
Perhaps.
Gründe?
Ayaka always said she wanted to go out and see more of the world, just like the traveler. But I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side.
Oh, Ayato.
All right, go on. Spoil her some more.
Aber sie ist geil.
Glad you're stepping down from the role.
Das ist so ein Charakter, welcher mir richtig gefällt. Das ist deine verdiente Strafe. Hier ist die Gerechtigkeit.
No need to poke fun at me.
Warum
I'd
nicht?
wager that you also felt that I wasn't the best candidate for the role.
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
Wirst du jetzt wieder zurück an die Arbeit gehen?
I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will have some more time to prepare.
Traveler, get the camera ready. Paimon, get the clapperboard. Actors, to your positions. We're about to start shooting the first scene.
Go on now. And please take good care of Ayaka.
Machen wir.
Yep, don't worry.
Du kannst dich auf uns verlassen. Viel Glück mit deinem Schaffen.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing the film when it's finished.
All right.
Okay.
Now that we're all here, let me help set the scene for everyone.
Okay.
The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. They've been ostracized and verbally abused by others in the household, but they still have no idea why. We want to capture how naive and innocent they are, despite their pain. Chevres will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main characters at the right moment. Silence on the set!
Oh, okay.
Lights!
Kamera!
Action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while now.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she loves flowers.
Iris, Tulip, I'm home.
Mother! You were out for so long, we were beginning to worry about you.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat. Apple turnovers.
Yo, will auch.
Mother, what are those bruises on your
Hereinzoomen,
hand?
die Mutter, um eine Aufnahme
What
zu machen.
bruises?
Okay.
Oh,
Ich weiß immer gar nicht, wie viel Zeit
I
ich
must
habe.
have bumped into
Ob ich genug
something
Zeit
while I
habe,
was
um euch das
working yesterday.
vorzulesen.
But I didn't notice them this morning.
then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out
Was
just
ist
now.
los, Mama?
By the way, did you have fun playing at home?
Ja, okay.
What's the matter, Iris?
Auf Iris fokussieren.
We've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names. They said we were...
Shh. It's all right. Don't worry.
Okay, wir machen eine
It doesn't
Totale mit
matter
allen
what anyone
zusammen.
says. Don't listen to them. No one can define you with such words. You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your names. You will both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet. But one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand?
Okay.
My dear daughters.
And cut!
Das war's.
Not bad. The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time.
Mann, Paimon.
Got it.
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Chevres?
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role nicely.
You two were great. I couldn't tell it was your first time acting in a film. You should have more confidence.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! We'll move on to the next scene after we try a few more camera
Okay.
angles.
Die Vorbereitung ging zügig voran und sobald Farina einige Details zu ihrer Zufriedenheit geändert hat,
This scene
beginnst
is
du mit
when
der
our
nächsten
two
Szene oder so?
characters return home,
Je nachdem, was
only
da
to
jetzt stand.
discover their mother has been murdered.
Paimon hat auch,
Ready?
lebt auch gerade ihr Leben.
Camera! Action!
Woo!
Mother, we're back. Mother? What's wrong, Tulip?
Iris, stay away.
Hoho.
Why? What's...
Ich sehe Füße.
poison in this cup.
I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions.
Ayaka! Du kannst gut spielen. Gut schauspielern kannst du.
We need to leave this place.
Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go?
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
But are we just going to let them get away with this?
We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Lauft. Damit man euch nicht erwischt.
No, wait.
Okay, was los?
We can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you. Someday.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance!
Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! And were those real tears I saw? How did you do it?
I was surprised too.
Thank you
Wer
for the
kann,
kind
der kann.
compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. I just felt the weight of the moment and became the character. It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind and focus only on what's happening in front of you.
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Have I discovered an acting prodigy? Pipe down, everyone! We need to move on to the next scene!
Ich dachte eben, das sagt sie noch im Gedanken. Ein ganzer Tag mit Dreharbeiten am Set geht rasch vorüber. Goodbye!
Huh? Are we done already? But Paimon wants to keep playing with the clapperboard.
Oh.
How do you feel, Traveler? Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
Ein bisschen, aber es hat eine Menge Spaß gemacht.
Good work, you two.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset. Anyway, do you remember my request from yesterday?
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that Paimon nearly forgot! You have a case where the murders seem really similar to the cases in the novel, right? So, how are they similar exactly?
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always using their guns to carry out their revenge. And on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned.
Du willst damit sagen, auch in deinem Fall gab es Regenbogenrosen?
Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just like in the novel. Seems like you're connecting the dots now.
Oh, that does sound pretty concerning. Especially after seeing the script today. Oh, now Paimon can't stop wondering what kind of ulterior motive the murderer might have. What do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
Solange wir nur dabei assistieren, denke ich, dass wir an dem Fall mitarbeiten können.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication to justice.
Kein Problem.
There's no time to lose. We should start investigating right away.
Ja, okay, ich folge dir.
Well, we just got done filming all day. Paimon's so tired.
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. If you don't stay vigilant, you will pass right by them in the fog. That's how one of my favorite books always puts it, at least.
Alles klar.
So, where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very likely that they'll visit those sort of places.
Wir können nicht weiterspielen. Moment mal kurz. Wir müssen mal kurz gucken. Bitte prüfe die Details. Die längste stattet den grafischen Gegenmaßnahmen. Was? Das? Bei einer Spaziergang durch eine bestimmte Gegend des Hofs von Fontaine stoßen Paimon und du auf eine interessante Geschichte. Sprich mit Charlotte. Oh, das ist ja doof. Okay, wir sehen uns gleich wieder, meine Lieben. So, dann wollen wir doch mal weitermachen. Und zwar müssen wir jetzt zu ihm.
Welcome to Le Show's Clockwork Workshop. How can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to know if anyone has purchased some special components lately.
Special components? Sorry, could you be more specific?
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for clockwork toys, but for firearms.
Huh? For firearms? No, we don't sell those sort of things here.
Don't misunderstand. I'm not here to cause any trouble. We are merely investigating a case, and we're hoping that you could cooperate.
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not even sure what kind of components that would entail.
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual rather than on behalf of an organization?
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular customers who buy in bulk on behalf of their organization.
Is that so? I understand. Thank you for your cooperation.
You're welcome. It's the least I can do.
Geht zur Beaumont-Werkstatt, um zu ermitteln. Okay, die ist... Wir fliegen einfach runter. Bin ja ein bisschen faul hier. So, dann einmal hier lang und hier lang und hier runter. Und dann haben wir es schon fast. Beinahe wäre ich dagegen gedonnert. Guten Day. Was kannst du mir denn anbieten?
Oh, hey, Chevres. Run out of oil for your musket again?
Hello, Estelle. I want to know if anyone has come to your shop recently to order some firearm components.
Oh, is this another case? Let me think. I don't think so. Some people have requested that I make some prop guns for the Fontaine Film Festival, but I refused all of those requests.
Oh? Why's that?
Because there's no profit!
Okay.
I only make things here that can do some real heavy lifting. I don't have the energy to make some new molds just for the festival.
Then has anybody come specifically looking for mechanical components?
Well, I usually sell off my scrap to the Fleuve Cendre. I don't typically give them to one specific person.
I understand. Thanks for your cooperation.
Dankeschön.
Don't mention it. Always happy to have the Musketeers' patronage.
Okay.
Seems like we haven't found any leads to go off yet.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, let's head to Fleuve Cendre next.
Okay.
Huh? Are you sure? People might not be so thrilled to see the captain of the special patrol there.
You think so, huh? Then I guess you don't know.
Huh?
Was denn?
That I grew up in Fleuve Cendre.
Oh, okay. Ja. Schnelle Enthüllung hier. Oh, okay, da müssen wir noch hinjumpen. Dann könnt ihr euch ja mal Fontaine anschauen. Guckt mal. Sieht das nicht schicki aus? Ach so, es geht... Oh, sorry, meine Liebe. Wir gehen jetzt quasi... in den Untergrund. Tada, und schon sind wir da. Wie immer in größeren Städten oder generell, ich denke, das gibt es in jeder Stadt, gibt es derartige Untergründe, wo die Armen und Ausgestoßenen leben. Hi, du bist ja schon hier. Schön.
Hello, I'd like to ask some questions.
Ja?
I don't know anything.
Doch, du weißt was.
Don't worry, I'm not here to arrest anybody.
You say that now.
It's the truth. Here, take this as my guarantee.
Oh!
Wait, did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw? Is the captain of the special patrol bribing a citizen?
Psst, schweige und niemand wird es je erfahren. Übrigens nennt man das Was? Informationsakquise? Okay, ich habe das Wort noch nie gehört. Schweige und niemand wird es erfahren.
From the other guards. What do you want to know?
Have you heard anything related to muskets in Fleuve Cendre lately? Anything at all?
Muskets, huh? All I know is that about 2 weeks ago, we started hearing some loud noises at night. So loud that it's been waking me up.
Were they gunshots?
Possibly. It's hard to tell around here. Someone's house collapsing, a pipe exploding somewhere, it's all the same. But the noises I'm talking about definitely happened after I fell asleep.
Do you know where the noises were coming from?
I don't remember clearly.
Is it that you don't remember, or that you need to think about it some more?
You tell me.
Then please, think about it some more.
She's giving her even more, Mora.
Ich habe nichts gesehen. Vielleicht verteilt sie ja eine Fruchtgummi.
The noises came from the end of the southern
Natürlich
waterway.
sind's Fruchtgummis.
I came out and had a look for myself when I wasn't sleeping well, but I didn't dare get too close. That's all I know.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Thanks for the pâte de fruits.
Los, Palmer, und Haus
No need to be
raus.
surprised. I grew up here, remember? I know how to get people around here to talk.
Zum Reden? Wovon redest du da? Ich möchte auch etwas Fruchtgummi.
My apologies. I'm all out of sweets.
Ey.
Though I do have some other tempting snacks in my custody.
Oh!
Fries, fried chicken, and even onion rings.
Ich hab Pommes.
But taking care of junk food
Oh!
is a responsibility. You're better
Pommes!
off sticking to your normal, nutritious diet. Now then,
Oh!
let's keep going.
Oh. Oh. Und wo sind meine? Ey, es ist so unfair. Okay, wir gehen erst einmal hier hin. Erstmal Foto. Aha, Eintrag zu einem Ort finsterer Schatten und verunreichter Strömungen im Handbuch hinzugefügt. Dann nehmen wir das und dann gucken wir mal. Das war eben so unfair. Ich will auch ein paar Pommes frites. Guten Tag, hast du was gesehen? Wirt?
It's been a while, Tetro.
Please, just get on with your request.
I want to know if you've heard anybody talking about muskets lately.
Oh, der Blick.
Information isn't free, you know.
I've heard that bandits have been
Sie hat
extremely active
Gummibärchen.
in the countryside recently, and they've been affecting the delivery of goods to Poisson. I can allocate some more manpower to help out with that problem.
You're still as helpful as ever. One of our men got drunk at dinner about a month ago and lost his gun. 3 days later, it turned up in the corner here.
What's weird about that? He just forgot where he put it, right?
This is Fleuve Cendre, my friend. Anything of value left in the tavern won't ever make it to the next day.
Okay.
But that gun turned out to be an exception. It didn't get any new wear and tear on it, and didn't even appear to have been fired. We were quite mystified as to what could have happened.
I suspect it came back because the weapon was already known to the guards.
You mean, a criminal was afraid the Marechaussee Phantom would use the shot marks to track them down? Maybe. But if that's the case, the culprit really took great care to avoid getting caught.
I didn't say anything about a criminal.
In Fleuve Cendre, knowing who was killed is as easy as knowing what clothes you're wearing today. It's the guy living in the east side, isn't it? I've never liked him. Every time he's here, he just orders a drink and sits there with a nasty look in his eyes.
So, who was the one who lost the gun in the first place?
Don't bother. Even if you ask, he wouldn't admit to owning a gun to some strangers. Not to mention the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
He's right.
I know you grew up here, Chevres. Even though you're on good terms with the Spina, you've still been gone too long. Not many people know you here now, and a lot of people don't like the Special Patrol.
I know.
So
Kurz und
take my
bündig.
advice and don't show your face too much around here. It's for your own safety.
I'll come and go as I please, and I'm afraid I'll be appearing more often due to my work.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh. Gut, dann schauen wir mal weiter, nachdem hier alle mit ihren Ketten gerasselt haben. Ups, hat keiner gesehen, ne? Nee, warte, muss ich jetzt wieder hoch? Muss ich hoch? Huch! Was ist denn los mit mir? Oh Gott! Wie weit geht's denn hoch? Wo muss ich denn hin? Verdammt. Ich hätte gar nicht hoch gemusst, aber ist okay, ist okay, ist okay. Guck. Ja, was ist denn hier? Was ist denn hier kaputt?
What's all this? Some broken planks and barrels, as well as some liquor bottles?
Yes, but have a closer look, Paimon.
Guck genau hin, Paimon. Guck genau hin.
Even though somebody has purposefully tried to clean them up, these are obviously marks from musket bullets. In other words, someone was here trying to improve their shot. They were using the barrels and bottles for target practice.
Could it have been the killer?
Your guess is as good as mine. Although many people at Fleuve Cendra own guns, few hide the fact from others. And even fewer would go to such lengths to hide markings from practice shots. Anyway, let's go. There might be more to this.
Okay. Wo muss ich denn hin?
Seems like that's all
Oh, okay,
we'll be able
alles
to
klar.
uncover for today.
Paimon feels like we managed to learn a lot more here than up on the surface.
Yes. Assuming that everything we found is indeed connected to our suspect, then their timeline was probably something like this. A month ago, our suspect found a gun and took it home to disassemble it. Once he'd figured out its mechanics, he brought it back. In the following weeks, he used some parts to create his own makeshift musket, and took it to the Fleuve Cendra for target practice. Then, a few days ago, he found his target and carried out the murder. Once the deed was done, he left a rainbow rose on the body, just like the scene in the novel.
That all makes sense to Paimon, but we're still no closer to figuring out the killer's identity.
Über den
The
Gestorbenen.
deceased was a resident of Fleuve Cendra. It's said that he was a poor, solitary man.
Das Opfer im Roman war jedoch ein Adliger.
Yeah, that's also something I'm trying to figure out. If we are indeed following the novel, and there's a story behind the murder, then this murder should be an act of vengeance. But according to our investigation, the deceased didn't have any enemies. He was no saint, but no one's heard of a rival who hated him enough to shoot him dead. Much less care to leave a rose on his body. What message is the killer trying to convey? And to whom exactly?
Könnte es der Romanautor sein?
We've thoroughly investigated that possibility. He claims to have spent the whole day at the Opera House on the day of the murder, and the staff there have confirmed his account.
Okay, so he has an alibi.
Not only that, he lacks a credible motive as well. He has a family of his own, and both of his parents are still alive. I've looked into his records. He was adopted at the age of 6, and all the proper procedures were followed. There are also records of him at an orphanage before then. In the story, the mother of the 2 musketeers was murdered after the children turned 10. Of course, he could have changed the children's ages, but I don't want to assume anything without evidence. More importantly, I've also had a chat with him in person. He didn't seem like the kind of person who would pull the trigger to kill a man.
Then, what should we do now? We have all this new information, but it doesn't help us move forward.
Investigations take time. I didn't expect us to catch the culprit in just a single day. How about this? Let's spend the next few days filming with the crew. We can continue the investigation once we're done with the film. I'm sure that given time, new leads will present themselves.
Wait, but weren't you saying Intel is like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea just a moment ago? Wouldn't you just miss them if you were to stop looking?
Ah, but the book had more than one reference to the islands, Paimon.
Oh? What else did it say then?
As long as you spend enough time sailing through the fog, you'll eventually come across an island.
Fiktion und Realität innerhalb und außerhalb des Rahmens. Mission abgeschlossen. Uah, gib mir Urgesteine. Gib mir Urgesteine. Ah, super. Warte bis morgen früh von 8 bis 10. Okay. Das heißt aber, ich beende wieder einmal diese Aufnahme. Und wir haben noch 3 vor uns. Mal gucken, ob die alle immer so circa 45 Minuten gehen. Wenn die etwas kürzer sind, dann fasse ich aber auch welche zusammen, dass wir nicht 5 Folgen haben. Ne? Aber gut, wir gucken einfach mal. Dann danke ich dir wieder vielmals fürs Zusehen und wir sehen uns im nächsten Part wieder. Und bis dahin, bye bye!